BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12-ounce sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 120Z and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sportsbook. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the crib and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Pull up a gram like an exam.
Welcome in, you idiots. For the homeland.
Good to be back.
Caddy County. We win. We win on the pitch. We win in life. Raise your Guinness, you bastards. I'm back in the homeland of the USA.
Yeah, your accent sucks. Anyway.
And, oh, well, you froze up, Dick. Hey, Dick Cheese, you froze up.
Who?
Oh.
Oh, you know what?
Who?
Nope. He's off. You can't. I'm not going to take accent bashing. That's racist.
Thank God.
First of all,
listen back to it, I have to agree with Michael. It's not exactly.
So it's racist.
It's racist.
Yes, it's racist.
To imitate an Irishman, I agree. It is racist, especially do a crappy accent when you're doing that. If I were doing an accent, it'd be a whole lot.
So, I'm the only Irishman on this show.
Fuck you! Oh,
I'm the only Irishman on this show. I can't help it.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I can't help that I was born and raised.
Well, your accent absolutely is dog crap. So if we're gonna keep on talking, your accent, you got to train yourself.
So
seriously,
I mean, I control the show. I mean, this is my show. I'm back in the States. Listen, I'm back in the States. All right, everybody, calm down. I was gone for 9 days. I tried to watch you guys last week. I found
Didn't work.
I got more pleasure out of you know when you have that poop that just kind of won't all come out, so you have to get the toilet paper and kind of stick it up there and kind of uncork things. I got more pleasure out of that than watching YouTube without me, because I think I'm the glue. But I mean, with that introduction, hi guys, how you doing?
He missed our Jose Altuve bit, and that's a shame.
Now that I've pissed off everybody on my show, let's get into it. What just happened?
Go back to Ireland.
Yeah, I was like, go back to your country, your proper number 12.
Proper number 12. Hey, all joking aside, you guys did a nice job covering for me last week. That was
Kissing
fun
ass
to
will
watch.
get you absolutely nowhere, but thank you.
Okay. Well, so now we're gonna go just two of us, just the two of us.
Just like before. What's going on?
Michael, what happened?
That was you, sir.
Because you guys are pissing me off. All right, we'll
Because
get back.
Elon Musk internet is not worth it, apparently.
No, Elon Musk internet works great. It was probably me. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, let's be serious for just a second. It's great to be back in the States. I had a great vacation in Ireland for 9 days. I missed you guys. I missed going live on the air. I was just joking at the beginning. You guys did a good job last week. I think you guys need me, though. I think that's the truth, right?
Sure.
You guys are a little awkward. You guys are like, if one of you was my wife and one of you is my best friend, and I went to the bathroom and you guys had to make conversation. That's kind of what the show was like last week without me.
I thought you were going to say we would make out, but that works too.
No, you probably wouldn't. You tried to find common interests, but you got the Jose Altuve toe thing going. That was good for you guys. But other than that, welcome back. I'm glad to be here. Jason,
you welcome yourself back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I'm 4 Guinnesses deep. Cut me some slack.
This is a sports show, by the way, folks.
Falcons nuts. What are you drinking?
I am drinking a margarita, Patron margarita.
And I have
Margaritaville.
I bought a 4-pack of Guinness because I was just in Ireland, but I do have the Elvis juice as the backup going into it. I have my Kerry County soccer, my footy jersey on, and my beautiful hat that I bought in Ireland. Michael, what are you drinking? Groundwater that's contaminated from FedEx, probably? Yep. Lame.
You baby, you my baby.
I mean, grow up and do something. Like, get a buzz. Come on.
Get
All right.
a PS5, you know?
This is what just happened. As you can tell by the entrance, we're a shit show, but that's okay. We have good topics and we have good banter. Before we get into it, at the bottom of the screen, you see we have a subscription service, 12ouncesports.com/bet for the price of a cup of coffee. What?
When are we going to stop kissing our own ass and get on with it?
All right, so for the same cost of a cup of coffee, you can get us betting advice, $5.99 a month. All right, Lay, did you see this? Do you watch sports at all, or are you just kind of in your own world?
I watch some sports, yep.
This is called Getting Saucy. Sauce Gardner. So he's a outspoken NFL football player. This woman took this sign to the Bills game the other day, which was pretty funny. Said to Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback, "Josh, I just got married, but I'd leave my husband for you." Now that's her husband right next to her. What just happened?
Oh my God.
Yeah, no remorse. Sauce Gardner, a NFL cornerback, said most females these days will call you insecure if you get mad at this behavior. What do you think about that? Like, is he right?
I mean, what the?
Yeah, he's going to be. Mike's going to be banned. Mike's going to be banned from the show today. Mike,
you see what it said?
Mike,
no, nobody cares what it says.
Hold on, Mike. You're pissing me off. I'm 4 Guinnesses deep. You know we have to advertise our subscription service. Don't shit on it. You're going to light a fire under this motherfucker right now. Don't light a fire under me.
Okay.
Hey, that's okay. Falcon and I can do this show ourselves.
Can you bring up that the tweet again, please, for me? Because I got to get distracted there. Thank you. Most females they say will call you insecure if you get mad. I mean, I think it's true. I mean, it's obviously a joke.
That's her husband, right? That's her husband right next to her.
Which one is her husband, by the way? There's like 500 dudes right there.
Are you just going to talk over me?
Go ahead.
No, never mind. I'm done. Go ahead.
I love you.
I'm to the next person.
The husband is to what I gathered online is to our right, her left, right
That's what I
there. He
thought.
doesn't look overly excited about this image, by the way.
Well, he could be intently
He
watching the game, and you got to look. He's watching something like the game. She's looking straight at the camera, laughing. So, I don't know. I don't think he cares.
Listen, anybody who in their right mind, because there was a lot of, I was shocked at how many people actually were concerned for this man or calling him a spineless coward. I'm like, I feel like an old man going on 28 years old next month when I hear that people are angry at a sign that a 4-year-old girl could have written. Because newsflash, did you know, guys, females have male celebrity crushes. I was shocked.
You a nice egg in this trying time?
I was shocked at the amount of people that were outlashing. I'm like, what? This is a great joke. He obviously drove her there, so I don't know. Dude, this is wild. And the broken heart emoji. Sauce Gardner, you're so dramatic for what? I don't get it.
Michael, how many times have you been in a relationship where maybe you have entered the person?
Notice how he's keeping all genders out of it. He's keeping it gender fluid. Just entering a person. How about
Not sure. Entering a household, you know.
The thing that Sauce is saying is, people will cheat on each other. Like she probably legit would sleep with Josh Allen. Is that going to happen? Probably not. But what he's saying is, if you've been in a relationship where sex has entered the arena, women do tend to accuse men of being insecure more than men accuse women of that. So he's just saying she's probably going to call him insecure if he gets mad at this behavior, but it's not outside the realm of possibility that she would literally jump on Josh Allen any chance she gets.
So go ahead, Falcon.
And guess what? Maybe they have a celebrity crush thing where they got a list, and hey, if Josh Allen says that's my number one, and then he's like, Alyssa Milano's my number one, whatever.
Alyssa Milano.
You think Josh is in the couples?
So
I think Josh is in the couples.
Jason didn't hear you because he only hears half the things you said. I think it's funny he said Alyssa Milano. I think she's like 60 now, isn't she?
She's 52.
Oh, he knows. Good.
Yeah, and she's hot as hell still. So whatever.
So my other half knows is my celebrity crush is Margot Robbie, and she's already okayed me, but that's never going to happen. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm people are reading way too much into this sign. Like it is a great joke. I've actually seen this sign a million times at concerts and all kind of places. I just want to know, like, when did we get to a time where this became some big debate? Like, I looked at the sign and said, boy, that's pretty funny. I'm like, wait, what? What is it? I was just shocked at the interactions. I really was.
We got to this point, Mike, because people be cheating. That's all I'm saying.
I almost assure you, I don't think she would cheat. I really don't.
Okay, Ashley Madison is a $1 billion website for a reason.
Yes, agreed. But I will say, I don't think them enjoying a Bills game and making a joke like this. I think it's actually very clever and lighthearted. Yeah. And I don't think she would put that out. It makes no sense for her. Like, why would she? Again, females have male celebrity crushes. It's okay. That doesn't mean they're going to jump on them. It just means, hey, they're hot, according to them. It's cool. We get it.
Okay,
they're fangirling.
We know Falcons is Alyssa Milano. Mine's Margot Robbie. Who's your celebrity crush?
I don't like girls that 10,000 other guys like too. I've never been like that. Sorry.
That's not the question. What is your celebrity crush? You like? Oh, well, you sent me a picture of someone. Maybe we'll show her on the show tonight.
You're good. I'm trying to. I don't know. I don't have one. I like actors more than actresses usually, anyways. And no, that does not mean
Mike
Randos
just likes to
horses.
keep it anonymous. He doesn't like celebrities. He likes randos in a parking lot of Waffle House.
And then
Yes!
something like Pat, something the ambiguously, I don't know, just ambiguous name. Like, don't know hi, I'm Pat.
Mike likes random anonymous sex in Waffle House parking lots. We're moving on. Here we
With
go.
the waitresses.
He likes flipping that bacon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say waffles. Okay.
Oh.
The WNB assholes. The WNBA. Okay, so Caitlin Clark has rejuvenized this league, right? Can we agree to that at least? That they had very bad, sparse crowds. They were losing money year over year. That's a documented financial fact. Caitlin Clark comes along. The early season there was a lot of hate on her. A lot of people like Janelle Hill were saying she's only getting headlines because she's white, even though she's hitting 50-foot 3-pointers and breaking records. And then, like, it just keeps getting out of control. Okay, Mike, you can chime in, but go ahead.
No, me and Falcon just heard his weird boom, and it was kind of weird. I'm good though. I'm good.
You guys heard a large boom? Okay.
Yeah, I heard like a. It was weird.
Yeah. I don't know if it was coming
weird.
from your area, but we both heard it. It was kind of weird.
You guys are weird. So the WNBA puts out this statement. Apparently, I don't know, Mike. You are the WNBA aficionado. When you're not in Waffle House parking lots having anonymous sex. So, what has happened that led to this?
As the show's lesbian, I will say there's been a bunch of threats by faceless accounts that apparently have said like calling people the N-word and just stuff like that. Caitlin Clark the other day got into it with a fan, and the fan was kicked out. Even though I don't think Caitlin Clark even asked the fan to be kicked out, but yeah.
Can I interrupt, Michael?
Offer me an egg? Yes, you can offer me an egg. Go ahead.
Mike, in full disclosure to the audience, I love you, but I won't meet you in a Waffle House parking lot. We did have a female chime in on the last subject, and I missed it before we moved on to the WNBA. Erica Irwin says probably because she would be pissed if he had a sign like that talking about leaving her, and it's disrespectful on her end. So I just wanted to give you a female's perspective, Mike. I know you think you're a closeted female. That was an actual female's perspective there.
Okay, so real, I just want to say back to what she said now, since we're on that again.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That sign has been made for decades. And in 2024, we have convinced ourselves that we should think deeper, that if the man did it, no, the man would not make that sign. He wouldn't have a female crush on it. No one's ever made that. No one's ever made that. Stop pretending and stop raging over BS that doesn't need to be raged about. It's okay. It's not disrespectful. Good Lord Almighty.
Now you get to rage over the WNB assholes. Okay.
As the resident lesbian, once again, I will go back to my hat. I'll put that hat on now.
Okay.
I do think this. I like when leagues. If you're gonna like say something like some weird statement like this, I guess get law enforcement involved, sure. But athletes have got to stop caring. Honest to God, athletes put too much time on social media regarding faceless accounts, and Skip Bayless brought this out on his recent podcast. Like, we got to stop doing this. Stop reading your replies. Not every person with a no-name account with Josh Allen fan accounts. Not everyone like that's going to like you. That doesn't mean the whole world is some horrible, hateful place. It doesn't mean that.
Well, here's my issue with the WNBA putting this notice out. So we've watched a season where we've seen there's some prejudice. True. There's been some prejudice
within their league. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and things like this doesn't spark the WNBA. And this is a very small portion of what we've seen. We've seen Caitlin Clark get completely body checked. We've heard from players who clearly don't like her because of the color of her skin.
But a shot clock violation. Now Bonner and Clark get into it.
Good for Clark on this, by the way, for doing this.
No foul call.
That's a dirty closeout. That's a dirty closeout.
No foul call on that. No foul call on that, by the way. And then the player comes over and shoves her, basically. Like, the WNBA doesn't mind that, but because a few redneck hillbilly fans say something in the crowd or wear a shirt, now they're going to draw the line. But your 90% of your player base has been shitting on this player who rejuvenated or, sparked your league, and now people are actually paying attention. Like, what the F? What just happened? What just happened?
Love that from you. Go ahead, Falcon.
No, I mean, it makes no sense. You got to treat her with some love. I understand. She's a rookie and earning your stripes, but that's beyond like what they've been doing to her over the course of the season is not right.
It has to be race, right? It has to be, right?
What? It
has to be race, right?
I mean, you can assume it is, right?
Why would you hate somebody that suddenly made your league relevant and is getting crowds they've never seen before, and you don't say anything to your players when they're clearly treating her differently and trying to abuse her with these crazy body checks that don't even get fouls called, not even the video we just showed, the whole season, and then a couple idiot fans say something and you put that notice out. What just happened?
Politics is going to be the WNBA's biggest enemy, as it has been for years. Like, if a player gets pregnant, like, all of a sudden it becomes politics to them. If a straight player comes in the league, they get bullied out of existence. It's pathetic. And then the league. This is my favorite part about this Gamble guy is last night I was watching after the Fever got swept. I was watching the next game, and Diana Taurasi, who was has the points record in the league, and I'm thinking to myself, this is just like if NBA fans swore to God that Bill Russell should be in the GOAT debate. And everyone knows it's not the case unless you want to talk about 11 rings. Everyone knows Diana Taurasi didn't move any needles. She was not the Magic. She was not the Bird. She was not the Michael Jordan. She was not LeBron. She was not Kobe. But we have to keep holding on to her because we don't want to acknowledge Caitlin Clark exists. This league is going to get in its own way, and people have said countless times, 90% of their fan base will leave. Listen, Big Three offered Caitlin Clark a nice contract, and I guarantee you Ice Cube would treat that woman way better. WNBA should be very careful.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know how you botch this, but they've lost money every season, so I'm not surprised. So we'll move on to something that really hurts my heart, and it's the fact that I fell for the trap of drafting McCaffrey, and he's hurt again. Fuck my fantasy. I mean,
I did that once 3 years. I did that a while back during his first. I'm like, I'm never going to draft him again, regardless.
I did it again this year.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
I'm gonna go boil eggs after the damn show. You guys are making fun of my Irish accent, even though I'm as Irish as they get. I just came back from Ireland. I'm sorry I was born in America in the Midwest. I have a Midwest accent, but I'm Irish, goddammit. I've drank 4 Guinnesses already. Fuck you guys, Egypts. But I drafted Christian McCaffrey, and my fantasy life's over. What just happened?
Well, it's not over. You know why? Because championships in fantasy football are not won by the draft. It's all the pickups you do throughout the season. Yes, it's tough losing your top dude, but you can actually win a championship while losing your top dude.
I won a title last year with Christian McCaffrey and Lamar Jackson, and I basically had no other roster. I'm in a keeper league. I still have Lamar Jackson. I don't have Christian McCaffrey. I don't know who's going to pick up the slack, but the reason I made this a topic, what just happened, this guy's hurt all the time. And we're talking about, should Tua call it quits? He's made enough money. His body's going to suffer. What about Christian McCaffrey? Michael, I know we're on the same wavelength. We argue all the time. I want to punch you right in the mouth about my accent. But listen, we agree on sports topics. If we're going to talk about Tua, should he retire? Should Christian McCaffrey retire? He's hurt every season.
I mean,
Christian
that dude's body's
go
gonna
ahead.
be broken. That dude's body's gonna be broken down, man. He's gonna be in a
Gonna
wheelchair
be?
by 35.
Gonna be?
I
Has
want to
he
hear
seen
Mike's take. I want to hear Mike's
It's
take.
way bad.
Yeah, Falcon, you must not. I know you don't read up on a lot of news before you get on the show or really at all. But he went to Germany for this what is it called? Something tendonitis for what is that muscle, whatever he's got injured back.
ACL.
Yeah, something tendonitis. It's like some horrible thing, and now he might miss multiple months instead of just a couple weeks, which I knew. I was waiting for that report to come out that this guy's got now a career. It's like arthritis, basically. Like, good for you. Although I will say, in terms of fantasy advice, I learned this year that you should, like, if you draft a star running back, you should always draft their backup later in the rounds, which I did not know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
always.
If
Like
they're
Jordan Mason,
injury prone,
Especially injury prone.
or scoop them up as soon as the news comes out that McCaffrey's hurt, which yours truly was in Ireland and I fucked that up. So whatever you're gonna do, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, I wish him well. He screwed my fantasy team. He doesn't care. I don't care. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't care that much. We are up against the break, so we're gonna get to the next topic. Sorry, guys. Moving on. Are the Jags about to bench their franchise quarterback? They're 0-3, looking pretty bad, and they did sit him with 8 minutes to go last game, losing like 40-10. Like, ooh, what's going to happen here?
I hope not.
Mike's drinking his contaminated water, so you're going to have to answer, Falcon.
I was trying to. Again, it was sort of like the benching last week, right? Who were we talking about last week? It was the Panthers, right?
Bryce Young, Bryce
Young. Benching that, and I was like, I don't know about all that, just because of the mental state going back and forth like that. We've seen it. The reason why I say that is because I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, and we've seen them destroy so many fucking quarterbacks over the years, and see them draft these guys and do the exact same thing and bench them. And they have no confidence after that. I personally think it's a deeper issue than their quarterback. That's for sure.
Yeah. Agreed. I want to mention a point made by Chris Broussard on First Things First, and I've seen this echoed now a little bit. He said Trevor Lawrence might be broken, and I don't know if he meant mentally, but there are times when a quarterback, like look at Baker Mayfield, how awful he was for a while there. There are times when a quarterback, because it's like the most mental, besides kickers, obvious to God, it's the most mental position. You have to have it up here. Even if you have it everywhere else. Just ask Anthony Richardson, for crying out loud. I'm a Colts fan. That's
why I was a quarterback, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. You're a good psychological guy. Trevor Lawrence, and you also know it. Doug Peterson, in the back of his mind, I made it work with Nick Foles. In the back of his mind, he's being fed that. He knows it happened when he won the Super Bowl, when his team got hot. Let's have a news flash for people, though. This Jaguars team is nowhere even close to what that Eagles team was as a roster. So let's get it out of the way. If Trevor Lawrence gets benched, that's a big can of worms you open up.
Yeah.
This whole story.
They ain't getting better. They're not going to go on a run like Nick Foles did.
No. The Jags aren't getting any better. They put all their eggs in Trevor Lawrence's basket. And this headline kind of makes me laugh because I feel like people that are touted as scouting gurus and stuff are actually really bad at it.
Mel Kiper, Colson Irish.
Yeah, Milk and Mike, you blamed our signal on me earlier, but you just froze up for the third time this show. But I digress. I'm
a hurricane.
You are in a hurricane, and we hope you're safe. Because
are you?
Yeah. He can't.
Sure.
He can't even go to Waffle House tonight. It's so bad out
That's a lie.
He's gonna be short $50, I guess.
But that headline does make me laugh when it comes to like these teams are benching people they put a lot of money into and then have to play backups. Like Joe Flacco last year with the Browns, like they pulled him out of retirement because Deshaun Watson got hurt, and then Joe Flacco is turning out to look like a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson. So I think
Dalton in the exact same offense looked way better than Bryce Young ever did.
Exactly.
And
We have a great show on the back end too. Thank you for Erica for the comments. If you watch the beginning of the show and you're like, what the hell's going on? That's why the show's called What Just Happened. Like you never know when we're going to go off the rails. We may go off the rails any second of this show, but we will be right back. Two of us are getting drunk. One's drinking contaminated water, so he probably has dysentery. But we love doing this show.
What just happened?
Thursday is
the new Friday.
The new Friday.
Facts.
We'll be back on the back end of this commercial break. 60 seconds. Please don't leave us. We have a really good show on the back end. We'll be right back.
Sports is our passion. For years, we've connected fans to the game. But just like athletes and leagues, we must evolve and grow. This fall, 12-Ounce Sports is taking our game to the next level. Montana, we'll see you in October. Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12-Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12-Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
US.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12-Ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to betus.com and type in the promo code 12OZE and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam, glitz and glam. Numbers going up, I need a plaque. I need diamond girls to floss like I got too much plaque. All I do is chill at the trip and kill a track. You're probably on the menu if you say you rap. My discography is a hit list. The hottest girl is on my hit list. The hottest parties, I'm on the guest list. Roll up a gram like an exam.
One time, boys, break it down. Here we go. Let's see your best move. Let's see your best move. Was Mike's best move to hug his FedEx?
Seriously, dude. Almost 28 going on 80.
Well, he wasn't in an IHOP. Oh, was it Waffle House or IHOP? I forget.
It's the Waffle House. Woo!
This guy he doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He
Don't
hugs
drink,
his.
Don't smoke.
What's the FedEx trophy you're holding? What is that?
Oh, just employee package handler of the month for December 2024.
Oh, I thought it was least hours worked of the month.
Hey, what does it say?
I mean, God, come on.
He loves to handle packages.
I'm a credentialed analyst.
Package handler of the month. Oh my God. I got so many fucking jokes about that one.
This guy loves to handle packages.
That should be a topic. Michael's package handling.
Michael will handle your package with care. I mean,
up to 150 pounds, by the way.
Yeah. Hey,
how big is that fucking thing?
Listen, Falcon, he will bring it to completion. He will make sure it gets there.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Overnight delivery, baby.
Some jokes just write themselves. Okay. Did you guys see this? Conferences now are filing suit against each other. I mean, seriously, we're going to go into a college football NIL topic here later. I wanted to save it for last before we get into our bets, but I found this interesting. The Pac-12 is suing the Mountain West over what it calls an unlawful and unenforceable poaching penalty that would cost the rebuilding conference more than $40 million for adding Boise State, Fresno State, Colorado State, and San Diego State. What just happened? Now these players are getting out of control. Now the conferences want to sue each other. Like, when does this end? How is this going to end?
Michael.
Oh, Aaron Crouch of the Vegas Square morning show and gambling show, which airs at 9 p.m. Pacific, by the way, midnight Eastern tonight. Aaron said that he wonders if the NCAA is just sitting back, letting everything just self-implode and realizing, just so you guys realize, we were right all along. You guys are stupid, and you're all going to crap on yourselves until it doesn't work anymore.
Well, the NCAA is greedy and crooked anyway. So, I mean, I'm upset, and I'm going to get into what I'm upset about. I'm going to pour my Elvis juice right in front of your faces.
Yes.
I'm upset that college sports is going away, but I mean, I hate the NCAA, and I played under the NCAA umbrella, and so did the Falcon. I just found this interesting, the whole what just happened topic, that the Pac-12 wants to sue the Mountain West. Like, the Pac-12 has had other lawsuits too, and this is literally snowballing in front of our faces, the whole college spectrum.
Is there such a thing as a poaching rule? I mean, that's what I want to know. Like, that's how are they doing this lawsuit? Aren't schools free to go whatever conference they want in this free country?
Yeah, that's I don't know that and Falcon, Falcon, as good as I know, sometimes people file lawsuits not to think that they're going to win, but to cause disruption. And I wonder if that's what's going on.
I mean, it seems more likely in this case because just off the top of my head, I can't think of, why you'd put a lawsuit out there, a poaching lawsuit or whatever. I understand if they're leaving your conference you're leaving a certain conference and you had a contractual obligation or whatever that maybe you have to pay back some money or some money that was forwarded to you off of TV rights or something like that to get out of the contract. But outside of that, what the fuck?
Yeah. And I think the Pac-12 is contending that the Mountain West did something unlawful to prevent Boise State, Fresno State, Colorado State, and San Diego State from joining the Pac-12. I think at this point, Michael's texting the Waffle House to see if there's any honeys out in the parking lot. But I think at this point, the Pac-12 is saying nobody wants to join our conference. Everybody's leaving.
Right. Why don't you just shut it down?
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
I thought Pac-12 was getting the people back. Like, I thought that's what we were talking about here.
No, they're blaming the Mountain West for interfering on what they were trying to rebuild as a conference, but the conference is done. They should just give up. I mean, like you and the Waffle House, just give up. They're closed tonight. It's okay.
So Fresno State and all those teams cannot go to Pac-12 like we originally thought, or?
They're not going to. I think they changed their mind. I think the Pac-12 is saying that the Mountain West.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I forgot the news this morning.
Yeah.
That was this morning. I forgot about this morning.
But why are you going to try? But the thing is, it's a dumbass lawsuit. Like, that's stupid. They can just any school can decide whether they want to or not, and it doesn't matter if there's influence or not. Who the fuck cares? Like, the Pac-12 needs to get over itself. It fucked up. It lost all of its teams. You know, what are you going to do?
They also did a horrible job promoting things, too, and that is a big reason why Stanford is willing to travel upstate New York to Syracuse when they've been at home for 4 weeks, even though they did win the game. I will say...
Well, also, the dynamic of the college football fan is our age. Michael, you're going to get to complete your thought. For Christ's sake, you'll get to complete the act at Waffle House in a minute. Just give me a second to finish my thought. The Pac-12's their other problem is, and this was a problem 30 years ago with their AP poll and stuff like that they used to complain about. If your games are at midnight Eastern Standard Time, like it's hard to promote a conference when you're starting games at 9 p.m.
Oregon did start them earlier, Gippos. Like, I don't understand why
that's what I'm saying. We're on the same page. That's what I said earlier before the break. You and I agree, but we still argue.
Love you.
You guys are saying the same fucking thing.
Yes.
I was wondering if, before I was interrupted, I was wondering if Mountain West could countersue for defamation if that is Pac-12's just trying to get out. We tried our best and they screwed us over.
It's such a litigious society. We'll get back to that because I want to build on that here in a minute on a future topic. Yeah. It's our last main topic, but I'm looking at the clock, so I want to make sure we have time. What year is it? Michigan just won last week against the top 15 team with 32 yards passing. What just happened?
It's 1932 all over again. It's honestly 100 years ago. That would be the headline.
It wouldn't be the headline. It would just be a reality of life. They wouldn't even care.
Yeah, that'd be the box.
They wouldn't even care. So USC back. I know this is an old game by now, but USC, I think, showed a lot of life because they were punched around in the first half, and they should not have been leading that game based on the first half that I watched. I was shocked that Michigan let them hang around.
Here's what I've noticed in my 50 years on this planet. Awesome. A lot of things are built up to be more than what they are. Like the Big Ten, marriage, going to college, things like that. So did USC show a lot of life, or is the Big Ten terrible and we've been told that they're great, just like Notre Dame? No. Like every year's top 10, and then we realize they're an 8-4 team.
What USC has done, minus you losing Bear Anderson, which we're going to talk about, what USC has done over the course of an offseason by completely changing their defense should scare the crap out of the Big Ten, because if Lincoln Riley has a pulse on offense, which he usually has a couple of them, USC is going to give that conference hell for a long time.
That's a good take, but I'm saying, is the Big Ten overrated? Like, Michigan had 32 yards passing. We were told about 15 years ago, you have to be able to pass the ball to win football games. And Michigan, who looked dead because Texas completely obliterated them because they can't steal signs anymore. Oh, sorry, Lou.
I'm not.
had 32 yards passing against the top 15 team and won. Like, is the Big Ten dead, or is passing not that important? What just happened?
I think in this particular case, right, I think Michigan was just trying to play ball control, and obviously, and that's it, and just keep it, keep USC's offense off the field, ball control game, and and guess what? The quarterback they have in there, he's not exactly known for his passing; he's known for his legs.
Can you win? Can you win 10 games and make the playoffs in modern day college football with 32 yards passing?
Not every single game. I don't think you can. No, because you can just then you'll just stack the box, right? At that
they just beat the number 11 team in the nation that way, though.
Yeah, that was
but USC was not built for that. Is my point, is that like the fact that USC was able to hang around despite them running for 300 yards is a problem for Michigan. Is that as much as they controlled that game, they were still had to come back late and win it. It really blows my mind.
Okay. All right. So we're buying or selling Michigan could still make the playoff.
I don't think so.
Okay, so real quick, their coach to me seems like a feel-good story. I mentioned on the Vegas Square Morning Show. He just seems like an Antonio Pierce, a rah guy, like a poor man's Dan Campbell. He's just here because we're under sanctions pretty soon, and we're gonna get our guy in a year or so. That's what it seems like to me. It's sad.
You think if Michigan's only other loss is Ohio State with this paltry offense, not paltry, but they're a good running team,
right?
But let's say they continue on this path of not being able to pass. Let's just presumably say they only lose to Ohio State going forward, and they're 10-2. Can they make the playoffs? A team that beat a top 15 team with 32 yards passing, can they make the playoffs?
Yeah, in a 12-team playoff, I would hope a 10-2 Big Ten team can make the playoff. It has to.
What if it's one of 3 or 4 teams in the Big Ten with 10 wins?
Oh, then we're pushing them down.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why that was a what just happened topic, because I couldn't believe the headline. I was in Ireland at the time, so the time difference. I got to see that when I woke up in the morning. Michigan beat USC, and they only had 32 yards passing, and I thought, what just happened?
It was the perfect ball. It was a perfect time of possession game, like you said.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's really what it was. Yeah, and what I'd add in here is, and I hear what you're saying, Gamble guy, but I see them having at least 3 losses this year. They're going to lose to Oregon. They're going to lose to Oregon, and they're going to lose to Ohio State.
Why are they going to lose to Oregon? Oregon's not that good.
I'll keep saying that. People are putting a lot of stock in that Week 1 game when they barely beat Idaho. I promise you, Dylan Gabriel has been electric for them. Their defense is figuring it out. They beat the crap out of Oregon State, and I know Oregon State isn't great. But that's their arch rival, and they kill.
Well, I know the people that you meet at Waffle House say Idaho, but that's not a very good team, and they barely beat them.
Yeah, but we can't keep looking at Week 1 as like the barometer for Oregon, because they're going to get better.
Right.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see when the 3 of us are in Montana doing the Montana Lacrosse League and the USA versus Canada event. Ohio State and Oregon plays. We'll see what happens in that game. If that's a close game, I'll give you credit, Michael. You nailed that right there. Oregon's better than their first week, but I'm not.
Ohio State. That's different. That's a different question. I was going to talk Oregon, Michigan.
But Michigan's got to beat Ohio State to get to the playoff. That's what I'm saying. One way or another, they gotta get into the playoff. Either with Ohio State or without Ohio State. And they just had 32 yards passing against presumably one of the top 4 teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we will talk in Montana in 2 weeks when we're all together and Ohio State and Oregon play.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today, the 3 of us will be on a flight from Dallas to Montana. Good times. Hey, this is going to play into Falcons nuts. That's your name today. Because he and I love baseball. But did you see the Padres made the playoffs after a triple play? What just happened?
I did not see that.
I'm going to play it.
Yeah,
here we go. Shut your pie holes.
Rojas on the ground at third. Machado touches third, fires to second. Out at first. Oh, my goodness. It's a triple play. It ends the ball game. The San Diego Padres have clinched their spot in the
that launched them into the fucking playoffs.
That is honestly one of the greatest walk-offs ever. Like a triple play fucking walk-off and then go into that propelled you into the playoffs. That was amazing.
Yeah, I love that story. And it was against the Dodgers too.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen, when you're hot, you're hot. And I think Rome has mentioned this too. There were like 2 or 3 teams, baseball teams do not want to play. The Tigers, the Padres, and the Mets, like you don't want to play them in the playoffs right now. I don't care if you're the Dodgers. I don't care if you're the Yankees. You do not want any part of any of these 3 teams.
Yes, and I agree with that take. And the Rome Show in the morning on 12 on Sports, 7 a.m. weekdays is hot. That guy knows what he's doing. That was awesome. That was the ultimate what just happened. I love it. We're down to 10 minutes, and I know this next one's going to spark a lot of conversation, baby. Hey, if you're watching, we love that you're watching. Michael loves promotion. I mean, so much, though, that it halted this show at the beginning of this show. So I'm not going to do a promotion. I'm just going to go right into the topic because I'm going to slap Michael right across the face here in a minute. UNLV and the downfall of college sports. What do you think of this? The quarterback. So, backstory. Okay. Most people know it. Sluka, he completes about 40% of his passes. He runs for about 110 yards a game. Okay. He signed an NIL deal. Now there's been 16 different versions of the story, but they started out 3-0. I think they beat a Power 5 school. Now they're projected to make the playoff as a non-Power 5 highest ranked team. And now he wants more money. And the school said, no, that's the wrong graphic. And calm down, assholes. And so he's essentially quit. He said, I'm leaving the team. I'm going to use my red shirt and leaving UNLV in the lurch. And I have a very profound statement about this, but I want you guys to talk about this first. He basically hired an agent. Michael knows a lot about this because I heard him talking about it earlier. I think he hired an agent, and Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, week 1 or 2, a new agent who said, you're worth more than what you signed with this school. You need to get more money. And the school's like, no, we had a deal. And he's like, well, I'm just going to stop playing for the year. Is that true, Michael?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the insight. So he quit, and now we see the running back has followed suit. UNLV is falling apart after starting 3-0. What just happened?
Go ahead, Falcon.
No. Go ahead.
And you guys, oh my God, you guys, you know what?
I thought he wanted to go.
I'm gonna have a fucking meltdown right on the air with our biggest audience ever. I'm gonna just fucking roast you two here in a second, and you're not gonna like it because I came straight from Ireland where we drink a lot of fucking beer and we get really fucking pissed off. So you guys better start chiming in right now.
Really bad fucking Irish accents.
You guys better chime in right now.
Since this guy doesn't know how to talk half the topics we do. So basically, I would like to say Matthew Sluka, you can slice this any way you want. I think Thomas Dietz, a.k.a. The Mush on Vegas Square, has it the best. We can blame UNLV for whatever their verbal agreements, even though there wasn't in writing. We can blame Matthew Sluka and his family for hiring an agent whenever they realize, oh crap, he might be worth more than the UNLV quarterback job. But here's the thing. This jerk quit on his teammates. Both jerks quit on their teammates. The NIL has a gigantic hole in it. And I don't care who you want to blame. This dude is a quitter. He already played 4 years at Holy Cross, so he's the one wasting half of his prime season in college right now. So blame whoever you want. There's 2 things that are true. He quit, and the NIL has a massive hole that the NCAA completely left unattended, and now UNLV is paying for it.
You know what? And I would follow up with that one loophole, and I agree with you 100%, by the way, Michael. I agree 100%. To close that loop, one of the loopholes is If you pull this stunt, what they're both doing, which is, hey, I'm just going to pull out red shirt, whatever. Yeah, you can red shirt, but then you have to sit out at least 1 year. You reinstitute that rule, because back in the day you had to sit out 1 year. I say you do that now when you do this bullshit.
No, they can't. I'm going to raise my hand. The guy with the bad Irish accent, but he's actually Irish, because you guys are assholes, but you guys can go fuck yourself. That's a different story. But I'm going to raise my hand. That was a law just recently passed before the Michael Patrick Day wrote about it on 12 Ounce Sports. You don't have to sit out. You can transfer anywhere you want, as many times as you want, and not have to sit out. So
I know
the NCAA has a serious problem.
Yeah, I know, and I know that. But what I'm saying is, what they need to do to fix the problem
They're
is
not going to. It just got passed.
They should.
It just got passed in a court. No, they can't redo it. It was just passed in a court. You can't make them sit out. It's over. That part's over. It's over.
But I from what I can tell, from everyone's forfeiting their season who's doing this stuff, from what I can tell.
Right.
They have to wait until next season they can transfer.
Right.
So they're quitting, and they can't play the rest of the year.
Exactly, but Sluka knows he can play next year wherever he wants. That's a new law. You don't have to sit out a year if you transfer. So he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he has to sit out the rest of the season. He played 3 games. He completed 42% of his passes. UNLV started out 3-0 against a cupcake schedule, and now he thinks he's worth a lot more than and some stupid ass school is going to pay him $200,000 more, and he's going to still complete 40% of his passes, and that team's going to go 7-5, and somebody's going to be out of money, and that dude's going to have the extra money and look like an asshole, but he doesn't care. He has the money. The college football is broken, dude. It's fucking broken. Say goodbye to your granddaddy's fucking college football. It's done. It's absolutely done. It's cooked. You guys said the word loophole. The loophole has been exploited. We can't go back. They've gone to court. You can't limit a player on how much he makes. You can't limit a player on how many times he transfers. And you know what? I had a diatribe on why this happened, which is crazy what I'm about to say. Before we go into our bets, because we have 2.5 minutes, the whole reason this happened, and I am affiliated with a sports network, but I blame sports networks. What happened was the sports networks 30 years ago recognized people love sports. I don't need to watch Friends or Seinfeld for the 50th time, but I want to watch this live sport today. So they recognize that's where the money's at, live sports. So we're going to bid these exorbitant amounts of money to broadcast these live sports. So they were bidding all this money, okay? The leagues were benefiting. The NCAA was benefiting. The NCAA would disperse it to the leagues. The leagues would disperse it to the schools. And then somebody said, oh, these players are the ones really generating all this interest. So then the players are like, well, we're getting cheated. We're getting exploited. So now, okay, we're going to disperse it to the players. Well, and then the players are like, well, if I want to make money, I can't be a backup of Bama. I have to start at UNLV. And then they go to UNLV and they're like, well, I just helped this team go 3-0 and I'm only getting $80,000. I should deserve $250,000. So now the players get to transfer and
it aligns with today's culture. Give me everything now and not have to work for it and earn it.
So it's not getting better, and I blame the ESPNs of the world. I know I sound like a broken record, but that's what happened. And I know I'm affiliated with the sports network, but that's what ruins sports. College football is not coming back. It's going to turn into another pro level. It's just paid players representing what we think is an institution, because colleges make money 3 ways: tuition, donors, and sports. Okay. And sports makes Ohio State's football program funds all the educational programs. So this isn't going away. This is going to be a problem forever. Go ahead.
And the NFL also never had a developmental league, and should have for the longest time.
Don't get me wrong, and I agree with you 100% there, because look across the board, all of the leagues have that. All of
So
them.
everything we love. So everything we love about college sports is going away. We have to get our locks of the week, Michael, really quick. We're down to under a minute. My lock of the week is Illinois plus 18 over Penn State. That's an insane line. Illinois is better than that. Penn State's not that great. Michael, yours is the Giants plus 5.5 versus the Cowboys. Michael loves the Giants. He's a Daniel Jones fanboy. He'd love to meet him in a Waffle House parking lot. Coming up next, Michael, what's next on 12-ounce sports? I think you have a D3 men's soccer, Hobart versus Nazareth. Philly Pete replays at 11:15. Other than that, I'm so glad that I was live. I was live on the air again. I love it. I love you guys. Stay backstage. Let's chat. What just happened?
9 p.m. Pacific Gambling Show.